and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. In the game.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Okay, ready? 5-9. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Keep going. Match ball. Take over.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Broncos.
Ready up, 42. No general. Match. Check three. You got tight. What happened?
Throwing on first down. Love looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
61. Matchbox, right. Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double team. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of...
He's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashad Penny. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from the 3 and out. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
On the double. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This is the tight end, Njoku. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And an alley to run. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he's got Rome. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 34 yards there and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Murray now on 1st down. On the move to his left. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Down to the 25. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
This fielded at the 2. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. On 1st down, Love. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On third down, Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll try the right side here with Penny. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Off. 3 down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Murray with a 3rd and long. And it's caught by Parker. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Set, ready. Set, 2 on it. 15 on it. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll buy some time right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Back to throw. Love. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And an alley to run. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
To throw again on second down. Murray out to his left. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Ready, ready. 60, orange. Watch the curl, watch the curls. Let's go.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 outlaw. Ready.
Off play action. Love. And he rifles one incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to have another first down. 42.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos cut into that lead. extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will shave one more off this lead.
The kick is good. Makes the score Browns 17, Broncos 7.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work in the office, doesn't it?
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey, that's scared. Let's go. Come on.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll run it again with Penny. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And it's complete to Martin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And the Broncos have it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Off the play fake. Love. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on 3rd and long. Love airing it out for Hamilton. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Penny. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st and 10, Love. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Where the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3-and-out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
But now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
First down, Broncos.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They find some open field here. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7.
On second down, it's Lenzer. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards, the pickup, and that's a first down. Throwing on first down. Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Stepping up, he'll try and run. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On third down, Love. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach is up.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final shot. They'll look to throw. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.